Welcome back to consecutive day 754 of a diary of a Runpreneur. Please remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. Check the link in the comments below to find out more how you can support the challenge, but do give it a subscribe and a share, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. Thanks for your support, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 754 of a diary of a Runpreneur, and the last 24 hours. Well, firstly, just want to talk about running, and when you run every day for so long, you find that the routes you run are generally quite repetitive. and I live in a little rural village on the northern edge of Cambridge, and I have a kind of it's almost like the spokes of a wheel. So where I live, I have these different running routes pointing in different directions as I stand from my house. And the reason I have these saved running routes is because I often run where I get as little headwind as possible. So this is a route I do so much because quite often you get a southerly wind, so from the south blowing to the north, and the way I'm running at the moment is basically from west to east. Okay, so by doing that, it means that I get a side wind all the way up this road, and coming back I get a side wind, so I don't get any headwind. And the reason for that is that I pretty much hate running in headwind, but also it's doubly as challenging. It's like resistance training, and when you run every day, you're constantly fatigued. So I quite like to make running as pleasurable as possible, and last thing I want to do is run into a headwind. So, but what you find as well is that I often play games with myself when very boring, I know, but when you're running the same route over and over again, can you see something on this route that I haven't noticed before? And it's actually quite good, and you know what? It distracts you for a period of time whilst you're doing the run. So if you run a lot of the same routes over and over again, and regular runners will be doing that, because there's only so many routes around your home that you can possibly run, and you can try and mix them up as much as you can, but there's a lot of repetition, especially when you've done 754 days straight. So a little game you can play to try and break up your runs, try and spot something different on a run that you haven't spotted before, on a route that you may have run several hundreds times. So anyway, that's enough about that. So the last 24 hours, it's been good. We've bought another vehicle for the property business. My business partner Roy goes through commercial vehicles quicker than you can possibly imagine. I don't know whether this is driving or the types of journeys he does, but he's ordered a new commercial vehicle, but it's, with the lack of stock in the UK at the moment, he's having to just order something he's bought something basically quite old, 13 years old or something, just to tire him over for the next 6 weeks until his new vehicle arrives. And it's always good to have a little run around as a spare vehicle that you can use as kind of a pool car. But so we picked up a car yesterday. Additionally, had a really important call today with the big London investors that I've been talking about for the past few weeks, and there's some big figures being talked about what they want to invest into social housing deals, which is amazing, and firming up a strategy meeting next Tuesday. And I'm quite excited about this because I've always operated in the micro business owner space, so kind of small fry, lifestyle entrepreneur type level. These guys that we're mixing with next week are small business owners, small to medium sized business owners. I think their turnover is about 12 million a year, so it's significantly bigger than the level I operate at, and it's going to be interesting to see how these strategies meetings. I have regular strategies meetings with my business partners, but they're probably a lot smaller focused than what these guys are going to be like. So we're looking at ways in which we can find synergy in what my business and my business partner's business does in comparison to what their business does, and how we can find some synergy on how we can work together and collaborate more. So it's going to be super exciting, but with excitement comes kind of apprehension, because I'm post 40 now. My lifestyle is very, very important to me. I feel I have a good balance of work and life at this moment in time, and I don't want to jeopardise that by taking on stuff that is too that's not kind of fit for me. And so I've got to have an interesting conversation with my business partner Jack, who's coming to this meeting with me, because he wants things that are slightly different to what I want. And so I'm going to go to the meeting with my concerns, and I think that's really important, because there's no point. People say yes too often, and although this opportunity is huge, potentially huge, I might add, because it's very easy to get caught up in opportunity and the size of things, but until that becomes a reality, the opportunity is just an opportunity. It's not a reality, and there's a big chasm between opportunity and reality. And the idea is that I understand the potential in this opportunity, but I also understand how far away it is from reality. And do I want to be in a new kind of entity, business entity, with two new partners that I've only really known for a few months? So there is a trust issue. Now, we've done work together already, and the early signs are very good. But I've had a lot of business partners in my years, and there's not many that have lasted. And there's a statistic that 1 in 10 businesses will last the test of time. So it's probably even lower than that. But so that's 10%. So if that stat remains true, then the same will be for business partnerships, because a partnership is usually how a business is formed. So 1 in 10 survive. So have I been through 20 partners yet? So I've got obviously business partners that are still in place, a couple at the moment, and when you look at the statistics, unless I've been through 20 business partners, there's no guarantee that this is going to work. And I'm not saying, I'm just using law of averages. I mean, I've got some existing business partners, so that's the 1 in 10. So have I been through another 10 to make these two the next one? That's what I'm thinking. So I've got to set this up in a way where I mitigate my position and my losses. There's nothing worse than going through a business partnership separation. There's nothing worse than having joint venture partnerships go wrong. I've had a good fair few of those. I'm still rebuilding friendships from the past that have gone wrong because of business. And so I'm going in very, very, very clear with that. So the one thing I will 100% make sure of in this is that it's structured correctly, so that my worst case scenario, I'm happy. Okay, I'm not going to put anything up for security or anything along those lines. And I think I'm going to be very, very clear on that, because I'm the oldest of the three others. I believe I am anyway. And these guys are super ambitious. I'm not super ambitious anymore. I'm not far off having the life and the lifestyle that I desire. So do I want to put that at risk? So I will be talking a lot more about this over the next couple of days in the build-up for the meeting. Nothing will be formalised during the meeting, but it's just a very exploratory meeting. So I'm going to be very open and honest with my feelings, and I expect they'll be the same. And providing my concerns can be, mine and their concerns can be ironed out, or find a resolution to them, then there might be a way forward. But yeah, my business partner Jack, who's I nickname him Gung Ho Gary. He goes all in very quickly, he trusts people very quickly, and although he opens a lot more doors than I ever would, he also has to be brought to ground a few times. So so I'm probably the more cautious one of the group here, and it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. But I am genuinely excited. I'm just long in the tooth enough now to know that the difference between opportunity and reality is pretty vast. But anyway, I'll keep you posted on that, how it goes. Just a few things at home life. My daughter's still positive with COVID. Hopefully over the weekend she'll be back to school on Monday with a bit of luck. And My oldest son, who's still on his recovery from long COVID, is doing really, really well. I couldn't be happier where he is at the moment, and that's super cool. He's done a whole week of mornings this week, so yeah, I'm super stoked with that. But I have another weekend of football tournaments to look forward to. One that I have to ref in, and the other I have to take my son to his tournament where he'll be playing in it. The other one I'm just helping out the local club. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. As always, any questions or comments, drop me a line, I'll respond to everyone. Remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. Check the link in the comments below to find out more and how you can support it, but do give it a subscribe and a share, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. On that part, we've launched our sustainable fundraising campaign called Caffeine for Kevin. The idea behind it is if you can afford to donate me the price of a cup of coffee just once a month, £1, £2, £5, or an amount you won't notice leaving your account on a monthly basis. That's the sustainable part of it. Due to the longevity of the challenge, a £1 a month subscription is going to be worth £125 to a child who needs it, which is a life-saving sum of money. £2, £250, £5, £625. So genuinely, you will be saving lives in a very sustainable way. Called it Caffeine for Kevin because I'll never get to drink those cups of coffee, but I'll still get that same caffeine boost, seeing that money coming in every day, because every penny will go to the charities we support. So thank you as always for your support. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.